Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ms. TV Total Football. I've been meaning to talk about this topic. I've been meaning to do this video for the past 24 hours. Finally, I get the chance. Finally, I get the opportunity to talk about this. Antonio Conte, ladies and gentlemen, Napoli, they're champions of Serie A again. And Conte, absolute serial winner. We're going to talk about Conte. We're going to talk about Lukaku, our player once upon a time, or is now officially moved to Napoli. And he's found himself with another Serie A title. Billy Gilmour of Napoli. Billy Gilmour, our player from our academy at Chelsea Football Club, is a Serie A winner, and McTominay as well has done an absolute madness, who's an MVP. Now, we're going to talk about all of that. But one of the reasons to talk about Napoli in a holistic manner is because the latest news that has dropped. We're going to kick things off from here. It's in regards to Kevin De Bruyne, KDB. Napoli's proposal to KDB will be valid for 3 years. 6 million euros net per year salary for the first 2 seasons, 5 million net for the third season, plus signing fee. KDB expected to announce his decision soon, as he still has Chicago Fire proposal on the table. On a free agent, KDB is able to move wherever he wants. I recently said I would love a player like this at Chelsea Football Club. The wealth of experience, the footballing IQ. I know a lot of people will start commenting, but he's slow, but he's this, but he's that. But shut your mouth and know your role. All right. He is still an absolute gun player, and his experience, his know-how would be so beneficial to Chelsea Football Club right now. But look, that's not going to happen. Obviously, once upon a time, he was also a Chelsea player. That's not going to happen. I can't see how KDB joins another Premier League team after being at Manchester City for so long. He's a legend there, 10 years. I believe they're building a statue. In fact, they've already built a statue already. They've got the whole mosaic stuff that they've built for him as well. So yeah, look, I can't imagine him maybe go to anywhere else in the Premier League, but it would be nice. So there's been rumors, Saudis, MLS, but Napoli, what a sensational football club this would be. Look, in Italy, they're full of passion. They're full of desire, hunger, the way they play their football, their culture. You can see it. Every club, Roma, Napoli, Lazio, the Milans, the 2 Milan teams, Inter Milan, AC Milan, Juventus, like everyone, rich history and unbelievable feel towards the game, unbelievable passion towards the game. So look, KDB going to Napoli, if it does happen, and looks like it may, because this is the latest now, more on KDB. Napoli have planned more contacts to try seal the agreement early next week, right after his final game with Manchester City, which is obviously going to happen today. 3-year deal on the table, package worth 27 million, salary in 3 years, including signing fee. I mean, look, for someone like KDB, who's obviously coming to the latter stages of his career, that's sensational. And Napoli, I'm pretty sure he'll go there and he'll have the ambitions to win trophies with Napoli. Again, Napoli will be in the Champions League. I'm pretty sure the team that they have, they're going to try and keep it as core as possible to that. And they'll go for the Scudetto again. Decision expected by next week. Look, I'd love to see KDB at Napoli. It would be fantastic. I've watched Napoli a few times this season, not on a religious manner, but I have seen them. And Lukaku, Scott McTominay, MVP, he's been on fire. And there's been a few other players that's been fantastic for them. So with Antonio Conte, the winner, KDB as well, linking up with Lukaku, I think that will be sensational piece of business from all parties. Now, does KDB go for money? Does he go to MLS and think about money? Does he go to Saudis and think about money? I mean, these will be generational type of money that's going to be given. Obviously, Napoli, 5 to 6 million euros. That's not. I'm so certain that he was on probably double that, or maybe even close to triple that at Manchester City. But obviously, he's now coming closer to the end of his career. But let's see what happens. Honestly, I rate this move. But What does KDB do best for his family? What does he do in terms of money factor? We shall see. Now, coming back to this. Wow. Antonio Conte, ladies and gentlemen, an absolute winner. This guy, wherever he goes, I think this is his fifth Serie A with three different teams. Juventus 3 times, Inter Milan 1 time, Napoli. This guy, the only place he's never won is Spurs. And look, I can't even banter Spurs because they've obviously won trophy. I wanted to say Spurs never win anything, but at least recently they've got the Europa League with Ange. But he's won with us the Premier League, and that I still can't. I will never forget that season, man. The Chelsea season, 16-17, I believe, right? 16-17. Antonio Conte, 3 at the back. Wow. Unbelievable, man. The way he changed things around for us. We didn't start that well. And then as soon as he swapped to the 3 at the back, Victor Moses. Then we had Alonso, Pedro up front, Willian, Hazard, Diego Costa. It was just unbelievable team, man. Unbelievable team that we had. And yeah, this guy, he's just. Are we surprised that he's won again with Napoli? Are we surprised? And once again, with Lukaku, you give this guy a targetsman like Lukaku. This is the second time he's won the trophy, the Serie A, with Lukaku. He's done it with Inter Milan. Now he's done it with Napoli. I remember he wanted Lukaku. He wanted Lukaku the second season around when Diego Costa left. And we didn't get Lukaku. Lukaku ended up going to Man United. We ended up getting Morata. I remember he badly wanted Lukaku, and maybe if he had got Lukaku, we would have won the Premier League again. But unbelievable. And this partnership, Lukaku. Look, I've always said, and this is what I want to talk a little bit about Lukaku. What he did with Chelsea Football Club was wrong in terms of sabotaging and doing that infamous interview. But I've always said this guy is a quality striker. There's no two ways about that. The reason why I don't want him at Chelsea is because of his attitude, because he's just got this ego, man. It's just, it's toxic. But his footballing abilities, I've never downplayed that. It was a shame the way he was treated, like he was used at Chelsea Football Club under Thomas Tuchel. And I don't think Thomas Tuchel really, I don't know whether he really wanted Lukaku or whether he wanted Erling Haaland. Well, there was also rumors that he wanted Harry Kane. I think Thomas Tuchel really wanted Harry Kane because Harry Kane's a little bit more mobile in terms of he drops in, he can link up. He's more of a playmaker and then obviously striker as well. But I don't think Thomas Tuchel really wanted a targetsman, right? And he wasn't utilizing Lukaku. Having someone like Lukaku, you need to play to his strengths. You need to tell the rest of the team to feed him, send the ball to him early. That goal he scored in the last game for Napoli, where they won the championship, where they won the Scudetto. A fantastic goal from Lukaku once again. The ball given to him early, he bamboozles his way through the defense, and then 1v1. There's only going to be one result with Lukaku, and that was a fantastic finish. We're going to get to Scott McTominay as well. Look at this. Antonio Conte wins his 5th Serie A title with 3 at Juventus, 1 at Napoli, 1 at Inter Milan, and 6th league title with the Premier League at Chelsea. I mean, sensational. This manager is a born winner. Born winner. Man United should really be thinking about getting someone like Antonio Conte. Lovely scenes, as you can see. Brilliant scenes. Trophy. Campiones, official SSC Napoli. Billy Gilmore, Scott McTominay. I mean, kudos. 2 Scottish players, Scotsmen. I mean, what a story. Billy Gilmore from Chelsea Academy. I still remember that season under Frank Lampard, where he broke through in the FA Cup, I believe, or was it Carling Cup? I think it might have been FA Cup. He was playing so well at the end of that season. Didn't work out the next season. Got a move to Brighton. Did well at Brighton. Then finally got a move to Napoli, big time, with Antonio Conte. Antonio Conte would have seen him in the Premier League. And now he's Serie A champion. And Scott McTominay as well. Bantered, laughed at when he was at Man United. This is why there are some rumors that Napoli hierarchies, they want Garnacho. They do want Garnacho. And they feel that when players come out of Man United, they turn out to be different players. They break through and they turn out to be twice the player. Because Scott McTominay, the kind of goals and the kind of impact he's had and Napoli is unbelievable. Every other week I see goals of him all over social media. And he's so loved by the Napoli fans. He is loved at Naples. He's absolutely loved. And MVP, most valuable player. I'm pretty certain he's Italian League's player of the season. Unbelievable from Scott McTominay. And it just shows the toxic environment at Man United. And once you break out of that, things can happen. Look, Garnacho is different, though. There are other issues with Garnacho. He's got attitude problems. With Scott McTominay, at least you never heard of all of that attitude problems about him. Braveheart, look at this. He is, he is celebrated massively at Naples. Check this out. Let me see if I, hopefully this time I've got some sound on it. I'm pretty certain I've got some sound on it. Check this out. Unbelievable scenes. This is the city of Naples when they won the Scudetto just a couple of days ago. The entire city is lit. You don't understand. This city, Maradona City, obviously, the late Maradona, I mean, they live and breathe football. They live and breathe football. Someone said, see that mountain that you see in the background? That's the only thing that hasn't erupted. Everything else has erupted, which is insane settings. Check this out. Full celebration happening here. Let's have a look at this. Love it, man. Antonio Conte, man. As I said, that trophy, well, that Premier League was the last Premier League we won with Chelsea. Was under Antonio Conte and was a special one. It really was a special one. One of my favorite ones, 100%. Antonio Conte and Romelu Lukaku win Serie A again together. This duo is dynamic. It really is. 2020-21 with Inter Milan and 2024-25 with Napoli. That season, Inter Milan season, Lukaku was just on a different smoke. Obviously, off the back of that, joined Chelsea, and it was not the same. Now he's back. I remember Thomas Tuchel said when Antonio Conte was manager of Spurs, or was it a different? I think after his infamous interview. I remember Thomas Tuchel saying, "I think we might have faced Spurs or something." And it's like, there's your daddy over there. But look, Lukaku and Antonio Conte, jokes aside, whether you want to call him there's your daddy, they work. They know exactly what it takes to win. And kudos to that. Now, last but not least, KDB has reportedly accepted a move to Napoli per ESPN. He joined the reigning Serie A champions as a free agent and would link up with countryman Romelu Lukaku. I'd love to see this. I really would love to see this. And I can't wait for the here we go. I think Napoli will be absolutely lit. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about Napoli becoming Scudetto champions. Antonio Conte, what a winner. Billy Gilmore, Chelsea Football Club's academy player. Romelu Lukaku as well. Ex-Chelsea player. Ex-Man United player with McTominay. I've seen a picture where him and McTominay, they once played together for Man United, and Scott McTominay as well. And of course, KDB moving to Napoli. What do you guys think about that? I think it's a sensational move. Let us know your thoughts. Smash up the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Till next time. Take care. See ya.